Hey, I'm Hayden Schroeder. I'm from Zephyr, Texas, and I was the grand champion market goat at the 2022 Arizona National. I've been showing for about 10 years now, but I started showing whenever my mom was an ag teacher at Robinson. I showed a couple of pigs had some like little showmanship deals for some kids, so that would have been when I was probably 5, but I've been truly showing for about 10 years now. Freshman year, I won Kansas City, Louisville, and Denver. What they call a triple crown, but the only national show I didn't win was Arizona. I reserved it, went back the next year, reserved it again, took a year break, and then finally came back and won the GOAT show to kind of finish out my national career. I'd say the people, absolutely. I can't name you how many people I've met in the industry that'll last a lifetime. Making those connections is what I think the most important part about showing livestock is. That's what I'd say probably my favorite part of showing is, especially on the goat side, is just being able to represent Jamie and represent Blue Team and kind of get our name out there a little bit more. Kind of winding down on my show career, it's been awesome. Everybody asks, am I going to miss it? Absolutely. But I don't know if it's being in the ring that I'm going to miss as much as it's being around the ring, getting to see everybody, just really the connections part, I think is what I'm going to miss the most. I mean, I'm kind of known for the wild colored striped shirts, and then the Yeezys has definitely kind of been my forte. I think everybody kind of knows me for both of those things, so I mean, that would be what I would say I have to wear. I would 100% recommend going to the Arizona National. I think it's really cool how sheep and goats are there at the same time, and so you get to walk around in the tent city, and kind of in the fitting areas, the sheep and goats are mixed, so you get to see everybody, shake everybody's hand, so I think that's another really cool part of it. This is my last big one to win. Kind of did everything else that I could in the goat world, finally got it done, so that was a really big, really emotional point in my show career. It's definitely a moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I would say just stick to it, stay in the barn. I know it's hard sometimes being out in the barn and putting in those long hours whenever you see maybe some of your other friends just out getting to do whatever they want, but it's definitely, at the end, it's worth it. I'd say just stick to it, stay in the barn. While the judge was talking me, he kind of just repeated himself on what he said before in the division drive. It sounded like he liked him a lot, but it also sounded like he liked a couple other goats. So like at that moment, you were still kind of questioning, well, am I gonna win? Is somebody else gonna win? Am I gonna have to clap for somebody? Kind of takes a step back, looks at him one more time, kind of starts to make his way over towards me, but like I've said multiple times, just try not to get my hopes up at that point. Comes my way and finishes shaking my hand, and at that moment, you can finally breathe, finally let it all out, and step out the ring and hug my family, so at that point it was awesome. My name's Hayden Schroeder, I'm from Zephyr, Texas, and I won the grand champion market goat at the 2022 Arizona National.